Mm. It's a little late for me to be drinking this coffee, but I'm going to try to get some schoolwork after we're done with this live stream and this video. So what's going on, everybody? We live. We live. We live. What's up? Thank you, everybody, for watching the live stream with me. And if you're watching the replay, I really appreciate you watching this replay. Do me a hot favor, a quick hot favor. Hit the like button. All right. It'll let YouTube know that this is a video worth sharing. Hopefully, the thumbnail is enough for people to click on it and watch the video. And if you are not a part of the Harrison Extended family, it's easy. Just simply hit the subscribe button. All right, hit the bell notification next to it, and you will be part of the Harrison Extended family. So, guys, what's going on? How you doing? If you're watching, I think I need a new chair. You hear the squeak? Last time I was watching, replaying a video, and I'm listening to this squeak. I don't like this squeak. I need to get a new chair, but that'll come. So, yeah, I forgot what I was about to say. Forgot what I lost my train of thought. But listen, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate you being here, and I hope that you engage in the conversation. So, if you are watching right now, do me a favor. First, let me know where you're watching from, and two, if you're watching the replay, leave a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. And I want you guys to engage with the discussion. I want you guys to leave a comment. I will respond. Even if you disagree with me, I don't mind having a healthy discourse about the topic, because there's a possibility that you might teach me something I don't know, and vice versa. So I'm humble enough to say that I don't have all the answers. I am confident in what I know, right? But I am also willing to learn more and learn differently so that I could expound on my knowledge, expound on my perspective and my viewpoint. But regardless of the fact, the everything that I look through, like everything that I see, I look through from a biblical lens. All right. So I have a biblical mindset and a biblical view of everything that I can possibly. I'm not perfect, but I try to look at things from a biblical perspective and identify how I can be a better believer in every kind of situation. So, with that being said, yeah, this is sort of like a Christian channel. People, I don't want to label it that, but it is what it is, right? But yeah, so we got some people in the chat. What's going on, Rob? Yeah, man, we got to really talk, just to catch up because we haven't had a chance to catch up in a while. Shout out to my very first patron, my mother. My mother is my very first patron. That sounds kind of weird, right? Like I'm over here, like, yeah, my mom's like the first patron. She's supporting your boy. So she's my first patron. Shout out to my mother. And if you guys would like to join the Patreon community, simple. Patreon.com/Harrison Family Values, and you can join the Harrison Extended family through Patreon membership and through a YouTube membership by clicking the join button down below there. All right. And I'm selecting, we have a couple of tiers: third cousins, second cousins, first cousins, and siblings. 4 tiers that you could support the channel and allow good, positive content to be out there in these YouTube streets, because Lord knows there's a lot of negativity out there. A lot of negativity out there. Even some people may think that I talk some negative talk, but really, honestly, I don't mind talking about controversial topics, and I try to give a more positive spin to it. So, yeah, Miss Lackey's in the house. What's going on, Miss Lackey? Good to see you here. Evolving with Etta. How are you? Good evening. Good evening. Glad you're here. Todd Bangs. Yo, if you guys didn't see his interview with I forgot her name. Dope interview, and Todd is going to be getting back into the content creation and live streaming. So we got him on Melon. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. All right. Yeah, man. So I really appreciate you all, and I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad you're engaging in the chat, because the topic is probably going to be somewhat related to that, right? You saw the title and you saw the thumbnail, right? Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Who can tell me the artist or artists, the group who has that famous song? I think it's famous. Like from my people group, from my culture, that's a famous song. All right. Where did I get that from? Friends. How many of us have them? They are, I think, officially the first rap group to go platinum. So who am I talking about in the chat? Leave a comment down below if you're watching the replay. Who am I talking about? What rap group am I talking about? All right. Who has that the title song Friends? How many? Well, it's called Friends, but it goes, how many of us have them friends? Nobody knows in the chat what's going on. Like, I'm trying to see who's in the chat. Like, nobody listened to hip hop in the 80s. Nobody. All right. Anybody? Like I'm trying to like nobody in the chat knows? I'm about to tell you who it is. I'm about to tell you who it is. Yes, Miss Lackey. Yes, Miss Lackey. Houdini. It's actually Houdini. Well, you know what? You guys both spelled it wrong, but sort of right. It's Houdini with Whodini. All right. So it's actually with a WH. Yeah, there we go, Miss Lackey. Nice fix. Nice fix. Yeah, man. Dope song. Friends. How many of us have them, right? And today I want to really just talk about how to find loyal friends. It's one of those like friendships is extremely difficult. Relationships itself is difficult. From the time we're born till the time we die, we spend our lives navigating through relationships. And we have different types of relationships, some more intimate, and some more broad, some more closely knit, and some more purpose driven, right? When I go to work, I work with people and I develop a relationship with my coworkers, right? It's a type of relationship, but there's a purpose behind that relationship. And then there's relationships that I have with my children. Then there's relationship that I have with my friends, right? Then there's the relationship I have with my wife, relationship that I have with my family, my mother. There's throughout life, we will be going through relationships, right? And friends is also from the time we're born, right? From the time we go to school, we're going to develop friendships with people, right? And sometimes we may feel like, man, I'm alone in this life. I have no friends. Like, do loyal friends even exist? And do me a favor. If you look in the chat, if you're watching the live stream, I put a poll in the chat. It says, how many friends do you have, right? You have one, 2 through 5, 6 through 10, and a choice that says people can't be trusted. That's more like in jest. But I want to see what you guys say. And if you guys leave a comment watching the replay, leave a comment down below. How many people do you guys have in your oikos? How many people do you guys have in your close knit community of friends? I would like to know that because I tell you what, this thing about friendship, especially in today's day, has become sort of the term friends become misrepresented. And I'll tell you why. We live in a time, right, in this modern time where people are connecting with others to see how they can benefit from that relationship. Now, essentially, let me say this, essentially, we all do that in one way or the other, right? When we find somebody that we want to intimately connect with, we're looking for a benefit, right? We want that person to feel good. At the same time, we want them to feel good as well. At least ideally, that's how it should be, right? But some of us, and you guys may be watching, develop relationship with people because you know they have a resource that you can utilize. It'll level you up. That's using people. And some of us may have had people in our lives that were users. And once they were done with you, they moved on. They were done with you. They ended the relationship. They got what they can get from you, and it's peace. They're gone, right? So it's really hard. And the thing is, I could probably guarantee every one of us watching this right now, whether you're watching the live stream or the replay, has had that kind of experience. So it left you jaded. I don't know if I want to be involved with people. Like that Drake song says, no new friends. I think it's Drake. I don't listen to hip hop. I'm thinking it's Drake. No new friends. I don't want no new friends because people can't be trusted. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's very difficult to navigate through life trying to make connections, genuine connection with people that can't be trusted, especially if you've had heartbreak from people that you loved and was loyal to. I remember somebody telling me that I am loyal to a fault, right? And I gotta admit, I am. I will. Somebody can do me like dirty, like really, really, really dirty, and if I hear that they are outside in the rain, like I say it just like that. I'll give you, if somebody can do me like real, real, real dirty, like real dirty, you could think of the worst thing they can do to me. They can do that to me. And if I was driving and it was a thunderstorm, right? And I saw that person standing on the side of the road, soaking wet, I would pick them up and take them home. Still, still, no questions. We don't even got to talk. All right. I don't want you suffering, right? I don't want you suffering. So I want you to go home. Like, I want you to be safe. That's the type of person I am, right? And as a result, I've been hurt over and over again by people that were, that I would consider friends at one point. And not that I don't consider them friends today, just that I know how to move with them, right? If they ever need me for anything, I'm there for you. I just don't know if I would allow you to be there for me because I don't know and can't fully trust your motives. I forgive you, but I can't fully trust your motives, right? Uh, Ms. Lackey said, let me get into the chat for a little bit. All right. Ms. Lackey said, my mom was my best friend. Todd says, I do that too. I want to benefit. However, I am also looking to add value to them. And I think that's what a mutually benefiting friendship is supposed to do. You ought to do that, right? Smash the like button. Yeah, man. If you're watching the replay, listen to what Rob is saying. Black Light Revelations. Go to his channel. Using isn't a bad thing. Abusing is where I draw the line. Yeah. Starting at 5 to 16 out is when they became my friends. Others are friends, but not in my circle. I have 5 in my circle. Definitely no new friends. I hear you. And that's like that's the oikos. Like that's your innermost. These are the people that you allow to influence you, and they allow you to influence them as well. They can be trusted. They've been vetted and tested, um, and lasted the test of time. Right. Uh, Facts, no question. I know you would. Yeah. And I think that's just how I am, right? Not everybody's like that. And I don't expect everybody to be that way. Like, I'm not going to be like, trying to be on here like, hey, you're a bad person because you don't want to do for the person who did you wrong. No, I get it. Right? I get it. But here's the thing, right? When it comes to finding loyal friends, you cannot expect to be looking at for loyal friends and find loyal friends when you yourself aren't loyal friend yourself. Like, you can't expect people to be dope to you and you not be dope to them. That's a problem. Right? Friends should be mutually benefiting. All right. In some way, form, or fashion. If I go to work, the relationships I develop at work, it should be mutually benefiting. If I have resources to help you do your job better, here. If you have resources to help me do my job better, here. I've been in situations where I've been used for my resources, right? And then if I ask for help for something, I'm made to feel like I'm incompetent. So if you guys need me, I'm there for you. If I need you, you're like, Dre, come on. Is there anything that you could do on your own? Even though I do everything on my own as is, right? So, and I'm just giving you guys an example, right? But even when it comes to friendships, right? Some of us got people in our lives that are never there for you, all right? All your highs, they're not there. All your lows, they're there to tell you, I told you so, right? They want you to be there for all their stuff, right? But where are they when it comes to your stuff, right? We all have people like that in our lives. And then we also got people that in our lives that we allow to influence us, whether positive or negative. We have to be careful who we allow to have access to our inner ears. Have to be careful because there are people out there that want to spit poison on you. They want to inject you with venom to see you do bad. They come masking as a friend, come masking as being one that cares for you. Reminds me of that movie Selena, right? This lady was like the president of a fan club, was her biggest fan, was in the inner circle, and unfortunately did the most heinous thing that you can do to a person and take her life. We got to be careful. And this live stream, this video is not about causing you to be jaded in regards to finding new friends. It's just a conversation about how to find loyal friends and what to look for and how you can be that person for somebody else. Let's go back into the chat. What's going on? Sup? I'm late, but here. What are these friends we speak of? Friends that we allow to come into our life and be influences to us. Yeah. Oh, what I say? What would Jesus do? All right. That's my first response, usually in almost all things. All right, but I ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. I've been there, done that. Oh, facts. I think we have to be careful not to see people as simply assets. Friends are meant to be fixtures in our lives, whereas assets can be discarded once they've outlived their usefulness. And that's what I was saying. Very true. And I co-sign that. I agree with that. Had a buddy that only contacted me when there were concerts coming to town because I went to the same concerts, and he doesn't drive. He lives right around the corner and never just to hang out. So you got the whip, and he's like, you know what? I want to go out this weekend. You know what? Let me hit up my boy and see what's up. And then boom, you're there. Yeah, I get you. I get you. And the thing is, let's be honest. When we got people like that in our lives, it doesn't make us feel good. It doesn't. It really doesn't make us feel valued. It does make us feel used. Because if I know I can't count on you the way you can count on me, eventually, first off, eventually the relationship is going to sever, right? And what's going to happen to you is that you're going to be jaded toward that person. So we have to be realistic when we go into friendships and try to identify who's going to be loyal to us, just like we will be loyal to them. Okay. I'm not going to say any names, but I know recently a couple of communities that I follow on YouTube, some of them may be watching this. So this is not like a knock on them, but there's been some tension between them, and they've been airing it out on YouTube. And I can't knock him for that because, it's been aired out in public. So somebody initiated the public airing out, so they're responding in kind. So I get it. But at one point, they all were working together, creating content together, and now they're just not talking. And I would like to see those relationships restored in some way, form, or fashion, or a means where they can come together and just have a meaningful conversation about how they can move forward with mutual respect for one another. Because let's be honest, some friendships won't last. Sometimes visions cross, motives become revealed, and you have to be mature enough to say, I need to cut ties. And when people cut ties, they you have to be it has to be done in a way that's respectful and just that sort of preserves people's dignity. So if you realize that somebody's motive for you is not the purest, be mature enough to say, listen, I think we should sever ties, go our separate ways. I will support you, pray for you, but we can't be working together as closely. All right. That's maturity. That's maturity. In fact, Paul and Barnabas had the same issue. It was like, yo, like we just can't vibe, we can't click. You go that way, you go that way. We're still preaching the gospel, still trying to see people saved, but we just can't do it together. All right. And it's mutually respecting. It preserves the dignity of each other. And I think that's a problem. Like we have to be able to and mature enough to do that, because not all friendships will last. Okay, will last, and I will admit to that. I mean, he was a cool guy. We were cool. He texted me to say what's up, and we should get out and get a drink. Told him I quit drinking and haven't heard from him. So, yeah, yo, I once had a guy, a coworker, years ago, right? I think like when I mean years ago, I'm talking about like well over 20 years ago, and I wasn't a drinker, and the guy said, hey, we should, because we played basketball together. We should go hang out one night. I said, yeah, no problem hanging out. It says, go catch a couple of drinks. Oh, yeah, I don't drink. He said, you don't drink? I don't trust nobody who don't drink. Do you, bro? Like, I'm not going to go drinking with you because I want you to trust me. Again, one of those situations. All right, bro. Our paths are in two different ways. Our values are very different. We don't have to be like chums. We can play ball and leave it there. Our friendship, our relationship consists on the basketball court, and I'll leave it there. And that's another thing. People have to learn how to put the appropriate boundaries on friendships and not allow those boundaries to cross, right? Like if I'm at work and we're co-workers, I want a close relationship with you, right? But I don't have to go to your parties, and you don't have to come to mine. I will buy you a baby shower gift, but you don't have to send me an invitation just because we work together. I completely respect the boundaries of relationships. It is what it is, right? Nor will I feel left out if I don't get invited to stuff, because it is what it is. While we're here, our relationship consists in this specific atmosphere and arena. So we will let it flourish the way it's meant to flourish, with the purpose that it's meant to reach, right? But outside of that, like, we have to be able to put boundaries around our friendships. For instance, let's say I'm I start a business with somebody, right? And we know from the jump, this is just a financial endeavor. We don't need to be cool. We got to have, mutually benefiting values, but we don't have to be like buddy buddy. If that's spoken up from the very beginning, and then let's say a friendship forms after that, dope. But if not, leave it alone. Friends is one of those things where we really hold it too loosely. We consider everybody friends, right? And there's people in my life that I respect, people I value, right? And I have really, really good friends that if I make a phone call right now, they'll be here without question. I got family. If I make a phone call right now, they will be here without question. And vice versa, they know I'll be there for them as well, right? But I also know that some of the people that are in my life, they're not there like that. And that's okay. I understand that. And as we grow older, we realize, oh, I didn't even realize Dara was here. What's going on, Dara? We realize that I don't have to be involved with everybody in every circle and everything. We don't. I don't. I don't. We're too old for that. I know what I like. I know who I am. I know what my hobbies are. I know my interests. And that's cool. That's cool. So when it comes to having friends and developing friendships and looking for people who are loyal, you got to make sure that you identify certain key values in those people that will identify if they're loyal or not. Okay. And try to stay away from people, or avoid allowing people who make everything about them influence your life, because then you're going to find your life being consumed with what they do, who they are, who they with, and so on and so forth. All right. And I did want to get into some scriptures about this, right? The Bible actually talks about has some good verses in here that refer to relationships and friendships. Check this out. Okay. In Proverbs 18:24, right? And Proverbs is one of those books in the Bible where you can actually read it verse by verse, because it's meant to be that, a proverb. He says, a man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. A man of many companions may come to ruin. And this is actually a very dope and deep proverb, because again, we all like to be in the mix, right? We like to know what's happening. We want people around us. That's fine. I get it, right? I get it. But we have to also understand that the more people we have in our life, the more susceptible we are to ruin. Okay? The more we susceptible we are to ruin. Sometimes you get some people that can't get down with your growth, bro. I can't be the same guy that I was 10 years ago. That means changing some bad, harmful habits and maturing. I hear that, bro. Absolutely. What's going on, Alex Alpha Simp? What up, chat? Chat, what's going on, bro? Unfortunately, you might lose some folks that way. Absolutely. And that's, again, we can't be afraid to lose some folks. It's going to happen. And the thing is, not everybody's meant to be, not everybody's going to be in your life forever, and that's fine. There's that saying, some people are in your life for a reason, some people are in your life for a season. I got to be honest, I don't necessarily ascribe to that. Okay. Because sometimes people were meant to be in our life for in our lives for the rest of our life, but we've done some stupid stuff to ruin that, right? So then we start saying things like, well, if they're not in my life, then it's for a reason. No, the reason was you stupid person jacked up the relationship. Yeah, you did something stupid. All right. Not saying that you're stupid, but you did something stupid and to mess up the relationship. That person was supposed to be your ride or die for the rest of your life. And now you mess up. So terms like that sort of alleviate us from personal responsibility for how we contribute to the ending of a relationship. So be careful with that. Sometimes it's true, but sometimes it's us. right? Sometimes the reason that somebody isn't in our life is because of us. But a man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. We have to be careful who we allow, because you can have a lot of friends, you can have a lot of people in your life. It's the ones that are in your inner circle that mean the most. And you can't have, let's be honest, it's hard to maintain more than 10 people in your inner circle. It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard. This is why you'll realize this, right? There could be a group of friends, right? And within that group of friends, there are like maybe 3 or 4 that are closer. And so that, like, there's in cliques within the clique. So you got a clique of like 10 friends. In that clique, there may be 2 that are very close, right? 4 that are like, close, and then like maybe 5 that are close. So, within the cliques, there are in cliques, and that's not a bad thing either. That's not a bad thing either. Oh, bring it back to full screen. I gotta bring me back to full screen. All right. Thank you so much, Marley. Thank you so much for being here. When people see the value you add to their lives, they fight you when you're forcing them out. Even when you try to eliminate them from your life, some will never just leave you alone. That's why you got to sometimes you just got to pump the brakes. Say, listen, leave me. I'll change everything. Change my number, change my address if I have to, all that. All right. You're still using the verse. Yeah, I was still using the verse. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so we have to be cautious of who we allow to be out in our inner circle, because we cannot have many companions. It's not healthy for us emotionally, mentally. Like, the truth be told, how are you going to be there for like 10 people equally? It's very difficult. How are you going to allow 10 people with vastly different perspectives to influence you to do the right thing all the time? It's hard. It's hard. You can get advice and get some contrasting views to see what you can do, but it's not always the safest route to have so many people in your business all the time. A small group of people, small group, 2, 3, max 5. That's just me speaking, not the Bible, but me speaking. The max 5 is like what you should be having as people who are in your inner circle that are influencing you and influencing your actions. Okay. That's just that, you can call that's Dre. All right. Another scripture I wanted to give you guys, right? Okay. And this is one of those popular scriptures, right? It says, do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. Who you have around you will affect who you are. There's a saying, okay? You can tell about a person by the friends they hang out with. It's a true statement. It's a true statement, okay? Because the thing is, if you are a person who want to be loyal, right? You're not going to surround yourself around people who are snakes. You're not. And then, because what happens is eventually you'll be wrapped up in all that and they'll constrict you. Or, you'll turn into them. So it's extremely important not to allow bad people in your space, because they'll ruin you and corrupt the good morals you have. All right. So do not be deceived. Don't think that you can go in every space and say, you know what? I know me, I'm straight. Dre, don't go into certain places because Dre don't want to do something he's not supposed to be doing. Dre will not allow himself to be hanging out with certain groups of people because Dre does not. For instance, right? I tend to leave when conversations get racy. I tend to leave when conversations get disrespectful about other people. When people start roasting others, I tend to get up and walk away. After I say, like, come on, that's not cool. Chill, relax. Like, they're not even here. Like, let's not speak negatively about somebody. And I walk away. Okay, because what I don't want is for me to be in the midst of all that speech, and then, God forbid, what may happen is, I hear that, and I want to get into the conversation and be like, yeah, you're right. So and so is this and that, and now I'm not edifying the person that I'm talking about, and I'm not bringing edification to the people that I'm with who are talking about. Do not be deceived. Bad company ruin good morals. Watch the people you hang out with. Consider the people you hang out with. And don't be deceived. Don't think because you're a good person that you can hang out with knuckleheads and you won't turn into a knucklehead. Don't be deceived. It could happen. It could happen. So just be cautious about who you allow in your space and the people that you hang out with, because bad company corrupts good morals. And this is one of my favorite scriptures, right? Because most people will refer to this scripture in the context of a marriage. This scripture wasn't contextually written about people who are married. It was written we'll get there, right? Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. This is a dope one. Dope. All right. And first, before I do that, let me get into the chat. Oh, yeah, I'm still using it. Who else is here? Good evening, Apex. All right. Loving the chat. Hey, what's going on? Glad you were here. Glad you're in the live stream. Okay. Now, it says here, two are better than one because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Again, if two lie together, they keep warm. But now this scripture is referring to actually people, like soldiers and people back then that would, bundle close together, especially at night to keep warm. So this is not referring to anything intimate. Again, if two lie together, they keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him. A threefold cord is not quickly broken. Now, in the context of a marriage, I believe that this can be applied to marriages. But even in friendships, this is also important and can be applicable. When you got people in your life, right, that are there for you, that's going to ride for you, that's going to support you, that's going to encourage you, that's going to correct you, okay? If you fall, one will lift up his fellow. If you fall, have people in your life that will lift you up. Not tell you, dude, you fell. Like, get up. Like, you want people to help lift you up. Okay, because the person who falls alone, who's there to help them be lifted up? Who's there to help them? Which is why the scripture says in verse 9, two are better than one. Two are better than one. And when life gets hard, right? So let's look at the verse 11 like this, right? When life gets hard and you find coldness around you, people have become extremely cold, negative, toxic around you, right? Right? And you're looking for a safe, warm space to be in. All right? How do you expect to find that all alone? Because what tends to happen is in that space, we find that we get into our own minds. We start thinking negative thoughts in our idleness because we don't have good people in our lives, because we haven't been able to identify loyal people in our lives. Understand this. A loyal person, when you fall, will be there to help you get up. The non-loyal person will see you fall and call 3 or 4 of your friends to tell you you fell. Okay? But when life gets hard, they're going to make sure that you're safe. They're going to make sure you're provided for. They're going to make sure you're good. Just like you're going to make sure that they're good as well. Okay? All right? And if by any means you are attacked or someone's coming against you, right? Or if one of your people hear you being spoken negatively about somebody else, they're going to be there to stand with you, because a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Okay? I learned as a teenager that the smaller your circle of friends are, the smaller the circle of your friends, the better. I also find that I outgrow people because our views aren't the same. I need the meat and potatoes of in my friendships. I agree with that. And what's going on, brown girl Bella? Glad you were able to make it. And she says hello to everybody in the chat and everybody who's watching the replay. All right. But this is a very dope scripture. And yes, it can apply to marriages, but it also applies to friendships as well. And this is one of my like favorite verses. Iron sharp, Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Okay? Friends sharpen one another. You know that you got a loyal friend when they see you doing something stupid and they're like, Dre, you know darn well that's not the route you need to be going in. What are you doing? What are you doing? But many of us got those friends, right? Got those friends that when you're about to do something stupid, they're co-signing your stupid behavior. Bad company ruin good morals. Which is why when I officiate a wedding, I tell the couples all the time, and I tell the family, they are going to go through hard times. When they do, and they come to you, and they're like, I had enough, right? You are going to listen. You're going to pray with them. You're going to encourage them. But what you won't do, what we're not going to do, is say, hey, I get it. Let's hit up the club. Let's go. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go get drunk. Let's just drink our problems away. And go out there and do something stupid. We don't need friends like that. That's going to corrupt our good morals. What we need is friends that will sharpen us. Okay, we go through hard times, and in our marriages or wherever, and we got friends to say, "I get it. I'm here to pray for you." Now go back home and make it right with your spouse. That's what iron sharpens iron look like. Because a good sharp man, a good sharp woman will sharpen another man, another woman. All right, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. What's going on, Jason Harrison? Peace and blessings from Canada. I'll be international today. God bless you all and keep you all safe. Amen. Thank you so much for being here. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it. Now, I don't think there's any relation. All right. And he got a dope last name. But I'm not sure if there's a relationship there. At least kin relationship. So, guys, relationships, friendships, very important, very vital. We were created to be in community. God created us to be within community. When Adam was walking through the garden by himself, God noticed it and made him a companion and helped me. Okay. He saw that Adam needed a community to strive in and created a community by creating a woman for him. We were created to be within community and to have relationship with others, not to be in isolation. But the problem is this: we've been hurt many times and we find it safer to be in isolation. So we put ourselves in isolation. So what we need to do is go to the scriptures and say, Lord, I need to find some good people in my life. First, where can I find those good people, Lord? Second, how can I identify that they are good? All right. Third, all right, I want to be there for them just like they're there for me. Please lead me to those people. They're out there. There's some good people on this planet. Good people on this planet that just want genuine relationships, just like you want just genuine relationships. You would not be watching this video if you didn't want genuine relationships. So I will say this: the one person you can have a relationship with tonight, right now, that will always be there for you, the one person that will stick to you closer than any brother would, is the Savior of all mankind, Jesus. All right. First and foremost, if you want to identify what a good friend is, look at the qualities Jesus displayed in the scriptures and the gospels, and you'll see the perfect friend. Okay. No greater love than this, than a man has. No greater love than this, than if a friend lays his life down for, a man lays his life down for a friend. Jesus laid his life down for you. Jesus is the ultimate friend. And that is the barometer that I use as far as how I'm going to be toward people. And I'm hoping that the people that are in my life will use that same barometer to identify how they're going to be toward me. So if you don't know the Lord tonight, it's simple. And we'll have to do a salvation call. To be a believer, 2 simple steps. Confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that he was raised from the dead, and you will be saved according to Romans 10:9. And then you can start developing a solid relationship with the Lord if you truly believe those things. Okay. And then second, use that metric, the metric about Jesus, to identify what people in your life model what Jesus modeled while he was living here in the scriptures. And so, you know what? That's what I'm looking for in people in my life. I want people in my life that could be friends to me like Jesus was to his people in the gospels. All right. That's what I want. That's what we should all be looking for. All right. Because when you got people like that who are genuinely doing those things, you will have the right people in your life all the time. All the time. You will not have to worry because they're going to be there for you. They're going to stick closer than any brother could. Okay? Closer than any brother could. But first, if you really want to identify those friends, you got to have Jesus as your friend first. All right, I'm just saying it. I'm gonna say it, and don't look at Jesus like the magic genie in the cosmos that's gonna give you whatever you want. That's not what you're looking for. Okay, because then you're using that relationship. Okay, so let's not do that. Hey, a friend is someone who sticks closer than a brother. Yes, I fall into the 2 to 5 range. I hear you, bro. On to call. Yeah. Yeah, guys, seriously, like you really want to find out what a good friend is? Meet Jesus. All right. Greetings, Harrison Family Values, and all the precious people in the chat and on the replay. What's up? What's up? All right, everybody in the replay. And before we go any further, I want to do a quick break. Give me 1 second while I get this video queued up, and then I'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching this video, whether you're watching it live with me right now or watching the replay. We greatly appreciate your view and your engagement. So make sure you leave a comment down below about the topic that we're talking about. And also, if you would like to join the Harrison Extended family, you can hit the subscribe button on the bottom right and the bell notification next to it. It'll let you know when we upload new videos and when we go live like we're doing right now. All right. Also, if you would like to join the channel through memberships and support the channel monthly, we have very inexpensive tiers which will allow you to support the channel without breaking the bank. You can do so by hitting the join button on the bottom right of this video, or you can join our Patreon community by going to patreon.com/Harrison Family Values. So please, we will greatly appreciate your support. But even if you cannot give monthly or any kind of monetary donation, you can just subscribe to the channel, and by doing so, you'll be part of the Harrison Extended family. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have not liked this video yet, do it right now. All right, peace. All right, there's that commercial. If you'd like to support the channel, shout out to my mother, who was my very first patron. Go to patreon.com/Harrison Family Values. And for those who are supporters and Harrison Extended family members through YouTube memberships, I really, really, really appreciate you guys. You can do that by clicking the join button down below and joining the channel and selecting either our third cousins tier, our second cousins tier, our first cousins tier, and our siblings tier. Those monthly donations will help us support the channel and get content like this, like mine, out there in the YouTube streets for people to positively glean from. All right. Jermaine said he has like 2 to 5 close friends. And what else we got? Yes, and Jesus is that friend that will keep you even when you don't know you need to be kept. Yeah, bro. Absolutely. All right. So guys, I just want to encourage you guys. Finding loyal friends is could be challenging, but it's not as challenging or that challenging if you know exactly what you're looking for in the people that you should be having in your life. Okay. The people that have bad intentions and poor morals, try to keep at an arm's distance. Don't let them into your inner circle, and don't allow them to influence you, because bad company corrupts good morals. All right. Identify those people in your life that want to sharpen you, that want to encourage you, that want to get up in your face when you need that correction, that rebuke. If you have no one in your life that can rebuke you, you really don't got friends in your life. Which is why some big artists, when they become famous, like to surround themselves with yes people. If you got people in your life that are all yeses, all right, you will wind up finding yourself corrupted. Okay. So guys, please be the friend that you want. And if you really want to know what a true friend is, connect with Jesus. All right. Connect with Jesus. All right. So international, yeah. As there is representation of Canada, UK, USA, who knows where else folks are watching from? Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping that we'll be able to positively affect people all around the planet, specifically what's happening in Russia. Like I want people I would like them to watch what's channels like this, but them people over there, blocking independent media and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. But yeah. But guys, thank you guys so much for indulging me in this conversation and engaging with me in the chat. I really appreciate you more than you guys realize. More than you guys realize. I look forward to Tuesday nights, right? I look forward to engaging with you guys, my Harrison extended family. Really, really, really appreciate you all. All right. I'm about to end it now. I am going to try to, you know what? I'm not even going to cap. Like, I'm not going to cap. I was going to get to some schoolwork. I'm going to go upstairs, probably talk to my wife for a little bit, and then call it a night because I'm exhausted. My days are long, especially my Tuesdays. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have not done so, hit the like button right now. Right now. If you lasted this long, right, the whole 45 minutes, the least you can do is smash that like button. Hit it right now. Okay? And if you have not subscribed to the channel, that means you're not a part of the Harrison Extended family yet. So, for you to be part of the Harrison Extended family, simply click the subscribe button and the bell notification next to it. And by doing that, you would be joining the Harrison Extended family. We also have two other ways for you to join the Harrison Extended family. This involves financial donations, if you can. Simply go to patreon.com/Harrison Family Values and click one of the tiers. Any of the tiers will do. And you can support the channel there. And you can hit the join button down below here. I think it's somewhere over here. Hitting that join button and selecting one of the tiers and joining the family that way as well. Guys, greatly appreciate everyone that watched this video. And if you're watching the replay, or even if you're watching the live stream and you would like to leave a comment down below after the fact, please do so, because I heard that YouTube likes that kind of stuff too. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys have any additional advice for people who may be looking for loyal friends, and what advice can you share with them that would help them identify people that would be loyal to them as well. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Listen, love and appreciate you all. And until the next upload and live stream, I'm out. Peace.